Good morning, Weston. My name is Margaret Brown, but people refer to me as Peggy. I've lived in Weston for 17 years. I am originally from South Florida, having grown up here until I deployed to join the United States Coast Guard, so I am a veteran. We returned in 1999 because my husband had a command in South Florida. At that time, we chose to live in Weston. And I worked at Nova Southeastern University at the time. I worked with admissions in the College of Pharmacy. I later went on to work with Walgreens Company after I was recruited. I have a lot of business experience. I did all the hiring and training for Walgreens from Key West to Vero Beach all the way to Clewiston. At that time, I enjoyed working with them and I learned a great deal about big business. However, with the downturn in the economy, I was asked to go back to corporate office, which was in Illinois, and the obvious choice is I decided to stay here in Weston. At that time, I joined the COPD Foundation, Chronic Obstructive Pulmonary Disease, the third leading cause of death in the United States. At that time, I was able to advocate for individuals impacted by COPD. I worked in politics with Senators Durbin and Crapo, and we worked on the impending Affordable Care Act and how that would impact individuals with COPD, medical devices, as well as readmission rates in hospitals. From that time, unfortunately, my father, who had taken ill, I actually decided to step down. While it was a professionally difficult decision, it was a personally rewarding one because sadly my father died within the year. During that time, I filled the void of working with Father Pedro Corsis from Saint Catholic Drexel, had asked me to help out different members in the community. Because we are the gateway to South America, there were a number of men and women who had lost their jobs. They worked for companies out of the Midwestern states, and for example, one would be John Deere. So these individuals were displaced. So what I in fact did was help them with interviews, helping them create resumes, and practice and help oversee them finding new positions. I continue to do that work today, and I work with a group of individuals that has new immigrants that come to the United States in hopes of helping them find ways of getting employment. That's every Tuesday evening at Saint Catholic Drexel, so if anybody's interested. I later found the job, which I'm currently doing. I'm the executive director for the Center for Hearing and Communication, and I work with all the deaf and hard of hearing in South Florida. I serve everyone from birth to our oldest clients, 107 years of age. So I work with all these clients in order to help them better communicate so they don't experience social isolation. I work with vocational rehab so individuals are able to stay employed even though they have a hearing loss. I run after school programs for elementary, middle, and high school. I'm still involved in the city, the county, and the state in terms of helping them with emergency preparedness, advising and advocating for my constituents. That's who I am in a nutshell.
Very interesting, Peggy. But I would like to know, why are you running for the city commissioner?
I've always been peripherally involved in politics from the time growing up here with girls' state competition. I've worked on Reagan's re-election campaign when we lived in D.C. Again, like I said, I've worked with Senators Crapo and Senators Durbin on the Affordable Care Act and the impact on individuals with COPD. I also worked Operation 435, which is the 435 congressional districts in the United States, and identifying individuals so they could advocate for themselves. I currently work with city, county, and state. I just really believe, having lived here 17 years, that I have the qualifications, probably more so than the other candidates. While they're all very good people, I really believe that my experience in having served in the military, in academia, working in large corporate business, running a not-for-profit, which is also a business. I employ about 30 people during the academic year and about 60 people during the summer months. So I really know all the challenges that need to be met when you are working with people. I know how to balance a budget. I know how to plan a budget. I know how to see it through, and I'm very fiscally responsible. And I believe that if you want somebody as a commissioner, people are always concerned about their taxes. We have a beautiful city out here, and in order to continue to keep that city in the pristine manner it is, we need people to continue on with the city of Weston and making sure that monies are expended appropriately.
Peggy, thank you for your time. Thank you to everybody. Peggy Brown as a Commissioner of Weston.
Gracias.